Hey, welcome back to Bimblebit. I'm Damian.
I'm Andy.
And we're just two guys shooting the shit about Bitcoin. Whether you're watching us from Nostr or YouTube, thank you for joining us and thanks for your support. Locking in our time chain calendar height, blockchain height, 903,456.
Keeps growing.
Yeah, we have an exciting tales from the crypto coming up today. A certain somebody got to go to a certain Bitcoin rodeo in a certain Calgary, and we're gonna delve into that in a little while. But we always like to talk about acquisitions, people buying it up. Who's buying? Well, top of the list, of course, are the two Metaplanet, and Michael Saylor from Strategy B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did he buy? Another 4,980 Bitcoin today, and now holds 597,325. I'm thinking about this. This is close to 600, right? So what does he need? He needs how many? 725, 2,725. And that's going to be the amount of his next purchase, I bet.
We could have,
and it'll take him right to 600.
We could have had a calculator ready for you.
We like to estimate.
You talk about that, but within the same day, another interesting story. They're wondering, is he selling? What's going on? Well, Strategy moves 796 million in Bitcoin to new wallets. So now there's speculation, potential sell-off, on-chain data. They're saying no. It's custody protocol is what it is. So rather than the sell-off, 21 billion in Bitcoin profits, a long-term bullish outlook. Michael Saylor is doing nothing like selling.
No.
And then he goes and buys 4,000 more. So I thought that was really cool how tight that was between the two.
Yeah. I mean, he monitors it to a T. I mean, he's got people, right? When is best, when is not best. And I mean, yeah, he's got a whole...
You've heard him speak. He's such a smart dude.
Yeah. I think he created Bitcoin.
Well, I mean, the way he talks about
his passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, and God bless people like that out there, advocates for Bitcoin. We're seeing tremendous stories all over the place, positive.
Absolutely. Even Germany's largest bank group, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Sparkassen? I don't know.
Don't look at me.
It was my shot at German.
Let's do it again.
Sparkassen. They're introducing crypto trading for all retail clients starting next year.
Smart.
I don't know why they're waiting till 2026, but if anybody that banks with them, it's not just their high worth clients, their VIPs, where you got to have $1 million or something like that. It's anybody.
They probably need the time to get some.
So that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Metaplanet has continued their streak in their accelerated Bitcoin purchases. Now, they started off as a goal of 10,000. They wanted 10,000 for the entire year, and they have well surpassed that with buying another 1,005. The last time we talked, they had 11,111. So
yes, that was last show. Mr. 1111.
So they have beat their 10,000 for the entire year. Good for them.
Good for them. And another one, Blockchain Group, now buying 60 more Bitcoin. Now holds 1,788. That was a new one on me.
Yeah.
I think I've seen their name come up before, but that was a new one on me that came up for doing that. And they're saying now that all these different private groups and companies and public companies, what is it they own? They own a lot now. They own 800 and last week, these global public companies last week alone bought 863 million in Bitcoin and now hold 663,860 Bitcoin valued at 71.5 billion. That's 3.34% of the entire network. Sorry, guys, I love numbers. I know you may not, but I like the numbers because it tells a story, right? It gives you a snapshot of where we're at and where we come from, right?
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're going to keep it local. We're in southern Alberta, so just to the east of us in Big TO, Toronto, Canada. Bitcoin Treasury Corporation, they're focused on the same deal. They want to launch an accumulation strategy. They want more. So they're getting more. They started with, just under 300. They just bought 478 of them, which brings up their total to over 771 Bitcoin now. So that's another local company like Hut 8 who we've seen. So we had Jay, please get ready to throw this up there. This is the top 10 holders of, not top 10, top 15 holders of Bitcoin. And you can see all those American flags in there, all the different companies. But Hut 8 is one of them in Canada. Yeah. Little down the list, but...
It's a big one. It's a big one. And I know I've said this before on the show. A good friend of mine, his son, who's very astute, he's holding Hut 8 for probably the past 5 years and doing really, really well. And then
It's because they had been out there. They're one of the few that were actually out there long before the ones that we use, like ShakePay, for example, which is great to have. But I mean, Huday's established, so that's why it has the bigger numbers.
Yeah, and
reputation,
right? Yeah, exactly. And then south of the border, we talked about this a little bit too on the last show, that the U.S. are now, their banking system is considering using Bitcoin as security for home loans. So it could change the landscape a little bit, whether you use 50 or 50 of both or one or more of the other, I don't know. But now they're saying, look, it's a legitimate asset. We agree. If it's on your asset sheet, we'll use it as collateral. Now it's new, just being introduced in the States. I hope it comes up to Canada because I think it's a great idea.
Well, I've got something to go right along with that, because the regulator that's overseeing Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac last Wednesday ordered the giants to consider cryptocurrency as an asset for single-family mortgage, low-risk assessments, a move that could potentially open up the door for borrowers using crypto to invest to buy houses.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's all part and parcel, right? That opens up huge doors.
It really does. And a lot of people say, well, it might hurt the US dollar and its dominance in the world or whatever. And, you know, it won't. It'll just enhance it. It'll enhance everybody's currency all around the world. It'll enhance everybody's currency. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
You know,
I got a really nice shirt. This is Anti-Fiat Social Club, and I like it a lot because it's what we need right now to make things work. But the Bitcoin is right around the corner, which will be our spending dough. Yeah. I mean, we do it now, right? We'll talk about it in the SAT market. We got to go up to that on the weekend. And using our Lightning wallets and, buying cookies. But we'll get to that. But tremendous opportunity.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So mining, we always think about a computer in a building, or 100 computers in a building, or 10,000 computers. Well, now we're really starting to focus on cloud mining. Not seeding, mining. It's a little different. BTC Miner, rapidly growing intelligent cloud mining platform, has grown 5 times since June. Since June, this month.
That's
so they've obviously, and this is driven by the desire for people to have mobile, for sustainable mining solutions from your phone. You don't have to buy the equipment. So I mean, really, really cool.
Yeah, and it comes from everywhere. Like you see mining coming from here, there, and everywhere, all around the world. And they're all using different ideas and their own resources to find ways to mine that maybe people never thought that there were those ways to mine. Sort of thing, right?
Well, whoever thought you could use gases from a landfill or lava from a volcano?
Exactly.
I mean, it's mind blowing where it's gone.
Exactly.
And I just love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really do.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, do you wanna go down to the little road down the tail of crypto?
You do the crypto?
Before we do that, last week on Tales from the Crypto, we talked about a game that we saw in Las Vegas that was first launched. And guess what showed up today, folks?
At the office
and
today.
We're happy to show it to you, the Bitcoin Maximalist.
We asked for it to come, and it came.
Is the board game.
This is it.
They are limited edition.
First edition. Yeah.
They come with a certificate of authenticity with your number of out of how many. And it's really, really beautiful inside. I'm not going to break into it now. I just wanted you to see it, but it's real. It's amazing, and we're so proud to have it.
And who makes that? And who do we
That is
have
the BitcoinMaximalist.com.
BitcoinMaximalist.com.
Yeah, we talked about it, and then it was here.
And then it was here.
Magic.
I don't know how that happens, but boy, I like the way things are going lately.
Right? Buckle in. Here we go. Time now for Tales from the Crypto. So let me start by saying I'm so proud of you. You got to go to the Bitcoin conference. Let's talk about the story leading up to that.
Well, that's the great thing. We even mentioned it on the last show, and we were iffing and on if it was really kind of within our kind of means, and then the next thing you know, we've got 3 of our crew going up to the SAT night market in Calgary,
right,
which happened the night before, last weekend, Saturday, Sunday,
27th
rodeo, and so all of a sudden I don't know what time it is, and I get a call from one of my partners saying, "Hey Andy, I think we got tickets to the show. I think we're going to go to the show." I thought, this is great. This is awesome. We just talked about this, and sure as heck, we got tickets to the show. and we ended up going Saturday, and I went back on Sunday. What a blast. I mean, you mentioned this before, because when you went to Vegas, you said that when you were with these people, everybody was positive about the future. It wasn't like everybody's negative about, oh, fiat, no, how am I going to do this, how am I going to do that. Everybody there was so positive about Bitcoin and the future of money for them. It was so great to just hang out with those people for
It's liberating.
days. It was wonderful, very uplifting, very great day, a great 2 days actually.
You scored some really good interviews as well.
Yeah, we did. We had we had the people that put on the interviews, which was Dave and people that put on Bitcoin Rodeo, which is Dave and Amanda. Truly great people, man. They give a lot of themselves to further the movement in Calgary, in my hometown, just a couple hours north. They are fantastic people, and Dave and Amanda, you should be proud of yourselves. You did it again, and they're already working on it for next year.
And the kids side of it, she mentioned in the interview really quick. Check it out on YouTube if you haven't seen it yet. But she's just talking about how there's lots of kids.
And there were kids running around.
So
right?
next year they want to incorporate a lot more child friendly. But I mean, it is for the whole family.
It is.
This is for their future too. That's why we're doing what we're doing.
Yeah, and the panels that they had, one right after the other sort of thing. And I know that one of the guys we interviewed was Ben from BTC Sessions. Great guy, Calgary guy too.
Good hair.
The guy with the blonde strike, or streak or whatever. But yeah, super nice guy. And then we also had Heather Keys, also from Calgary. So, I've kind of made a few kind of friends up there in Calgary that are in the Bitcoin space as well. And then we come down here and we shoot every Monday night in Lethbridge. But it was just great. And then just as I'm leaving, there's a guy from, Bitcoin, what is it called here? Hang on a second. Bitcoin Well. Ulysses, I'm walking out and he goes, hey Andy, you should have one of my shirts. And so he's giving me all this stuff, paraphernalia, and the shirt was too big for me. It was an extra large, so we gave it to Jay. He deserves it.
Does a great
job. Deserves it. But just the feeling that you get there when you're there, it's like everybody has this really wonderful, positive way of thinking about life. We might complain a little bit, because we're trying to solve problems with Bitcoin, which it obviously does. But it was great to be there for the first time, put on by great people, and all of the sessions were wonderful. It was a learning experience. It was really fun.
Yeah, and Bimblebit. Just so proud to be part of events like this.
We did get a few. Yeah, so go to YouTube, check out, we did 3 interviews after the show just to, get everybody's opinion on everything. It was fun to do, and you might want to check it out.
Yeah. All right, Jay, let's bring in that funky events music.
Come on now.
I like it. He picked a good one. We have to hit the Calgary Stampede. It is the greatest outdoor show on earth. Is it Bitcoin related? No. Is it fun? Yeah. Could it be Bitcoin related? Sure. Go and talk to someone. Anyway, this is happening right away here, July 4th through the 13th. And hopefully the weather is good, because they've had years in the past where it wasn't. Yeah. And then we're going to zip over to Asia. It is free in Hong Kong. They've opened it up to the public. This is happening August 28th and 29th. Free admission.
Love that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
That's how you're going to bring people in the door. Because while they're there, they're going to buy stuff, drink food. You're still going to make your money back.
Exactly.
Don't
panic. And then some.
Yeah, and then some. And then Bitcoin Mena in Abu Dhabi. I think I just really like saying Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. This is happening December, so it's a little ways away. But if you got something going on in the Bitcoin world, we would love to hear about it so we can spread the news. Bimblebit.com. Contact us, let us know, and we will spread the cheer.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So anything else you got on the table, my brother?
Adopt a node.
Yes.
We got to bring that up again, because that is starting to gain traction now.
Which is great. So let's talk about that. We're going to pick on you, Heather, for just a minute.
That's right.
But we love you.
She's gonna love this too.
Please.
So Heather was moderating this Bitcoin session on stage, dating in the Bitcoin world. Now it went a lot of different places. It wasn't just strictly dating, but it was fun, and she did a great job. But one of the things, Heather, that you said that I remember, you want your own node. Well, guess what? You're going to get your own node.
Where do I get a node?
Just so happens that's what we do, adopt a node. So we're going to be contacting you, Heather. In fact, we're arranging to do a podcast together.
Yeah. Great.
So that's going to be one of the things. Either she's going to come down here and we're going to get her set up with a node. By the way, check the QR code, Heather. We just need a few sats to get that started, but we'll get your name on it.
For sure. And we encourage you too, if you want to avoid all the hassle of having a node, but want to represent the Bitcoin world, be secure. It's what we're doing. We want more. We set a goal. We just want more.
That's right.
More is better.
And just, click the QR code, donate a few sats, and we'll keep building them as long as that keeps coming in, and you will get recognition. You just won't have to do all the work. We're going to do it for you. We're going to put you on a registry, and you're going to be part of a gigantic team moving forward with us. So yeah, hit the QR code. Let's get a few more nodes going.
Well, that's all I got, brother.
Yeah, that's
Thanks.
it.
It's a great week. If you're in Canada, happy Canada Day week on a Tuesday. And of course, our friends in the States have their July 4th coming up at the end of the week.
Right.
So to all of you guys as well, be safe, have fun, and we'll see you again right here. I'm Damian.
I'm Andy.
We're just two guys shooting the shit right here on Bimblebit.com.
Cheers, mates.